All right, let's talk about what might be the single biggest hurdle in business right now. How in the world do you start your first AI project? So in this explainer, we're going to walk through something called the AI Matchmaker. It's a super simple playbook to help you pick a winner right from the get-go.
Welcome to AI for Everyone. Like, subscribe, and start learning today.
I mean, does this feel familiar? There is so much pressure to do AI, right? But at the same time, there's this crippling fear of getting it wrong, of wasting a ton of money and time. And if that's you, trust me, you are not alone. And that feeling of being stuck, it almost always comes down to this classic fundamental communication gap. You've got the tech team over here building something that's super cool, technically amazing, but completely useless to the business. And then you've got the business team over here asking for, well, what basically amounts to impossible magic. Sound about right? So the big question is, how do we fix this? Well, this is exactly where our strategy comes into play, the AI matchmaker. Think of it as a really pragmatic, straightforward process that's designed to do one thing: bridge that gap between what's technically possible and what's actually profitable. And this is the key. This is the big mindset shift we need. Choosing an AI project, it's not magic. It's not some dark art. It's geometry. Yeah, geometry. It's just a logical process of finding where two things overlap. So if it's geometry, then what's the golden rule? It's really simple. We have to find that perfect intersection. You can literally picture the entire strategy with a simple Venn diagram. Okay, so in one circle, you've got what AI can actually do. This is the stuff your tech experts know inside and out. Then, in the other circle, you've got what is actually valuable for the business, and that's the world of your domain experts. Your first winning AI project, it's right there, in that beautiful little overlap, that sweet spot. And really, the only way you're ever going to find it is by getting both of those teams in the same room, talking to each other. Okay, so let's get practical. Brainstorming rule number 1. And this one is huge because it's where most companies completely mess up. You have to focus on automating tasks, not entire jobs. I mean, this is the classic mistake, right? Some leader stands up and says, "I've got it. Let's build an AI to replace the radiologists." And look, it sounds super ambitious, it sounds innovative, but I'm telling you, it is a guaranteed recipe for failure. So why is that? Well, it's because a radiologist's job isn't one single thing. It's a whole collection of many, many different tasks. Can an AI get really good at one of those tasks, like reading x-rays? Absolutely. But can it consult with a worried patient or mentor a younger doctor? No way. The job is just way too complex to replace in one go. Okay, let's try another one. Think about a call center agent. Again, their job is a whole bundle of different tasks. Answering a complex phone call, maybe AI can help, but that's tricky. Processing a refund, also kind of complex. But what about just routing emails to the right department? Think about it. It's repetitive, it's mostly rules-based. That is a perfect, high-value, and totally achievable first project. All right, that brings us to brainstorming rule number 2. Now that we're thinking about tasks, this helps you figure out which one to pick. And the rule is super simple. Follow the money or follow the pain. And really, it just boils down to asking two very simple questions. First, what's the thing that drives the most value in our business? And could AI make it faster or better? And the second question is, what is our biggest pain point? Where are we just bleeding money or time or even employee morale? Your best bet for a first project is hiding in the answer to one of those two questions. Okay, now we need to talk about maybe the single biggest myth that stops projects cold before they even have a chance to start. And that's the whole big data idea. So many companies think they need to have Google-level data to even get in the game. And let me just say, that is absolutely not true. This right here, this is the thought that kills innovation. Oh, we can't do AI, we don't have a million images. It's such a common thing to hear, and you know what? It's just plain wrong. 100. Seriously, sometimes that's all you need to get started. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a coffee mug factory. To train an AI to spot a defective mug, you don't need a million broken ones. In fact, you better hope you don't have a million broken mugs, because if you do, AI is the least of your problems. So here's the big takeaway on this. For a lot of really valuable AI projects, somewhere between 100 and maybe 1,000 high-quality examples is totally enough to get the ball rolling. So the whole "we don't have big data" thing, it's just not an excuse anymore. Okay, so let's recap the whole AI Matchmaker playbook. It's just 4 simple rules. Number 1, find that sweet spot, that intersection of what's possible and what's valuable. Number 2, automate specific tasks, not whole jobs. 3, follow the money or the biggest pain point to pick your target. And number 4, start small. You do not need big data. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Just forget about replacing entire jobs for a minute. I want you to look at your own team, your own workflow, and ask yourself, what is the very first task you could automate right now that would just make everyone's life a little bit better?